do want to mention howardstern.com. Jason's been putting a lot of content up there. I particularly enjoyed this weekend Behind the Block Party with Stephanie, Ronnie's girlfriend, complete with pictures of Ronnie in the block party.
Oh, yeah?
That's a feature on howardstern.com. All right, good night, everybody. .com. Then there's like Ronnie's poem from Richie's wedding is up there, Walt Whitless. And
really, we should have. Did we ever get a handwriting analysis?
Because we did. I think.
Did, because his handwriting is outrageous.
Gary, what was the outcome?
We're working on it. We have a guy, and we're working on getting him in.
Yeah, wait till he comes in, because what this guy had to say was really disturbing.
Well, that handwriting is disturbing. You know, I say you can tell a lot about a person by the way they write.
Yeah, take a look at Ronnie's handwriting on howardstern.com right now, and you tell me if it doesn't look like the letter a kidnapper writes to the family. I told you when I hired Ronnie.
Ronnie writes like a kidnapper.
I said, funny. I said, Ronnie, I get this. Ronnie had driven me to Hartford. He wasn't I didn't have a regular driver. You know, back in those days, no one was looking to drive me, and nor was any radio company willing to pay me to do that. Anyway, he gave me a ride to Hartford. I was doing a TV show. Look at that fucking handwriting.
It's scary.
Yeah. All right. I was doing this TV show where it was a stand-up comedy special where I was the host. It was in Hartford, and he drove me from New York to Hartford. And afterwards, I go, "Hey, he's a pretty good dude, this Ronnie. I liked him." And NBC decided to give me a driver and a car. And so, or was it a K-Rock? I don't even remember. Was that K-Rock or NBC?
No, you were still in. No, he was still in NBC.
NBC,
really?
Right? Yeah.
He got fired right after that.
Right.
Oh.
And so, you know, when I got the go-ahead to have a driver...
You remember this guy?
No. I must have... I don't know, but Ronnie had written me a note to my home. He dropped it off at my home.
No, I didn't.
Where did he come into?
Don's office.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. And here's what happened.
No, you wrote me some kind of note at home that said, you know, basically, hey, I love driving you or something.
No,
one of those things.
No, what happened was... The first part of it that happened when we spent the whole day together.
Right.
And we wound up in that guy's house, remember? Because it was supposed to be, you were supposed to do this thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was a hurry up and wait thing like everything else.
Yeah, we had to wait at some guy's house. I do remember that.
Some general manager at a radio station.
Yeah.
And it was me, you, and Fred. And Fred's, you know, we got to talking a lot. Me and Fred.
Oh, yeah, Fred was there, too.
I think it was it the TV station guy?
Yeah, it was the guy who owned the television station.
Yeah. We wound up at his house, sitting in his living room.
Yeah, in the woods. I remember that. It was a kind of a cool cabin-looking thing.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time with Fred also, talking to him, you know, and I just gave
Two loons.
Yeah, and I gave him
finding each other.
I gave him my business card, and I said, you know, hey, if anything ever comes up, give me a call.
Yeah, but there was some note that you wrote.
Yeah, I wrote a letter to you, saying that I had been with you, and I said it was great, you know, and if you ever need service in the future.
Well, this letter...
Oh, stop it. It wasn't written in crayon.
Well, this letter was written in the same handwriting that Ronnie... You'll look on howardstern.com at Ronnie's poem.
Listen.
You ever want to see the Lindbergh baby again?
Dude, I have a really shit handwriting, okay?
I mean, at first I thought... Okay, someone's taking my kid, and they're holding him for ransom.
Oh, stop it!
All right, how much do they want?
Put $50,000 in a bag under the bench by the number.
Listen, I brought two of your kids home from the hospital.
I know you did.
I didn't kidnap anybody.
I know.
Calm down.
You're not even understanding the joke.
I understand exactly what you're saying. What
I'm not saying you are a kidnapper.
Yeah.
I'm saying
okay.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at this thing. And I remember saying to my agent, I go, listen, the guy, you know, he seemed like a nice guy, but look at his fucking handwriting. And my agent looked at me and goes, I don't think you can hire this guy. I said, maybe he got out of jail. I don't know if he went to school. Or I mean, it's like the block lettering of a fifth grader. Not even.
And it changes sizes and runs. It's very, very strange.
Can you make it? Hey, Gary, even that handwriting guy, what was he saying? Because I know it was sort of a preliminary discussion, but...
Hold on, let me find it. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, you got to hear what this guy had to say about Ronnie's personality based on the handwriting.
Do I care what he
Let me
says?
see that handwriting.
Well, you never care about anything.
No, I don't care.
Look at it. Look, like every letter is like look at the Y. It's all.
I wrote it big like that, and here's the reason, okay?
But why'd you write my letter big like that?
I didn't write it like that.
You kind of did.
No, I didn't.
I'm telling you.
No, I wrote the letter
different?
in regular letters, but it was printed because I have the worst fucking script handwriting there ever is. Me and my mother have the worst, had the worst handwriting ever.
Well, anyway.
Like it's in the family.
Yeah, exactly.
It's inherited.
Yeah.
You can't change it. So anyway, I look at this thing and I said to my agent, there's no fucking way we can hire this guy. He's obviously either deranged or unstable.
Oh, stop it.
I'm telling you, this was the discussion, I swear on my life.
Yeah.
I was nervous hiring a guy with handwriting like this. Oh, here's what the expert said. I do handwriting analysis. I see many red flags in Ronnie's handwritten wedding poem. Yeah. The biggest flag is in the heading. The shape of the letter Y, yes, in the word by, has what is called a felon's claw. Because the lower part of the Y has a claw-like shape. People that make a felon's claw will pretend to have your best interests at heart, but will eventually stab you in the back.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
As soon as someone treats them nicely, they turn on them by doing something detestable. The last person I knew that used a felon's claw was my sister's ex-boyfriend. He ended up emptying a gun into his new girlfriend, killing her in front of her 17-year-old daughter.
Wow.
There are many other red flags with the sizing, spacing, margins, and pressure of his handwriting. Yeah, look how hard he presses down.
Yeah.
Presses down, it's a magic marker.
He writes angry.
Yeah, Howard, be careful.
I write angry. Yeah, okay.
It's only a matter of time before Ronnie turns on you in a dangerous way.
Yeah, well,
There
I
you
guess,
go.
yeah.
Guy's an expert.
26 years, man. I guess you better watch out.
You are nuts.
I should have shot you a long time ago.
You're overdue.
Well,
Yeah,
Today
you're way
is the day.
overdue, man.
well, anyway, so my agent had a talk with Ronnie on the phone. He says, the guy's got a reasonable price because a lot of people were trying to milk me because they thought I had a ton of dough.
No,
Right.
he actually called me into his office.
Yeah, that's what it was. And yeah. So, and,
He wanted to look you over.
Yeah.
I looked at everybody's pricing and I said, you know what? Money rules over crazy. I'm going to go with the guy who's reasonably priced. And that's how Ronnie got his job.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, Ron. Governor Ronnie. What is it? Whatever your name is.
Gary, there's one other thing going on with Ronnie that Jason brought to my attention. He wanted me to talk about. So the guys are doing a show. Will and Jason do a show called The Back Office Show.
Yeah.
So they did the show last week, and I guess one of their segments is the overlooked news story of the week.
Right.
And the overlooked news story of the week was that Ronnie's girlfriend wants to get married, and she's got a plan and even a date. So I guess both Ronnie and her called into the show, but Ronnie says...
No, she didn't call in. I called.
You called in.
Yeah.
Ronnie says he's not getting married.
Every kind of conversation we've ever had, you told me she doesn't want to get married.
No, here's what happened, okay?
Go ahead, dude.
She was drunk, okay?
Yeah, right.
And...
That's the only way you could want to marry Ronnie.
Exactly. First of all, I love her to death. Let's get that straight. She's great, and
right.
we're having a great
So
time.
if you love her, give her what she wants.
And we're traveling, and
Singer,
we're having fun, and it's awesome. So she caught the bouquet at the wedding.
Right.
When Rachel threw the bouquet.
Right.
So, of course, Lieberman goes over to interview her after she catches the bouquet, but he's so drunk. He can't even. That's when JD had to take over
the interview. Yeah.
Okay. So she said she was planning this big party in May this coming May.
Right.
And that's for her birthday.
Right.
So I'm helping her do it, but it's not a wedding; it's her birthday party.
Yeah. Well, dude, look at it this way.
But what she wanted as a gift...
No, she's never... Listen, we've talked about this numerous times.
But she wants to get married.
No, she doesn't.
Dude, she said it. Even if she was drunk, she said she wants to.
All right.
What is it, Jason?
But we talked about it, and it's not happening. She knows that.
Why not, though?
Because I'm not ready for anything like that. I don't know. Maybe...
When are you going to be ready?
Never.
Dude, you don't have that many years left.
Listen, I know. Whatever. That's what I keep trying to tell her.
Yeah, but why not marry her just to protect her?
I keep trying to tell her that.
But what about to protect her financially? In other words, so that she feels like she's your wife and she can,
Well, I could do that anyway without getting married.
Yeah? How do you do that?
With a will.
Yeah, but you know that shit's up. Well, no, who's going to contest your will? You got to write it in crayon.
My millions of dollars.
Not millions, but also like if there's any sort of benefit or any kind of like your home or something, then it would be guaranteed to her.
But even in the case that, God forbid, Ronnie gets sick.
Right.
she couldn't go visit him in intensive care.
Would you want to visit Ronnie in intensive care?
No, but you know.
But that's true. If you're really in love with her, something to think about.
Yeah, I know.
You won't make an honest woman out of her?
I don't know.
She's certainly proven she's
Not right
devoted.
now.
How many years you been with her now?
Over 5.
Wow. All right.
We'll see.
You know, he is the catch of the century. I've seen these women throw themselves at Ronnie.
No,
I mean,
he is a century.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Robin.
No, he's the catch.
You're not far behind.
He's the. Fuck some hoes. You're not far behind.
You got that right. She's catching up to me real quick.
Right.
I'll never catch her.
She'll never give up to Dickie.
Yeah, you got that right.
Right. Well, all right, Ronnie.
All right.
A lot of controversy swirling around that.
No controversy.
Right.
I called in and I explained the whole situation to
I would love to
Jason.
hear that.
I like Jason's show. It was pretty cool, actually.
That's why I heard good things about it.
Yeah,
A lot of people like
it.
it.
A lot of cool shit, man. That you.
Are you? Someone told me a rumor you're writing another poem.
Yeah. I worked on it over the weekend.
Yeah. What's this one
What's
about?
the new
Dude,
inspiration?
it's. I don't have a real title for it yet. I'm trying to figure it out. It's about. It's kind of like the show in the hallway type thing.
Yeah.
What goes on out there in the hall?
Would you ever publish a book of your poetry?
Yeah, in crayon.
In
It's
Ronnie's
gotta
handwriting.
be in his hand.
Yeah, I'm working on it. They
tell you.
actually,
I'd buy that.
Fred asked me to work on another poem. You know,
Well, it is autumn.
he took. Well, I'm not doing all.
Oh, sorry.
He already wrote Winter.
It's about the.
But he's got 3 other seasons.
It's kind of about the show.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I like when you write about the show.
Yeah.
All right, Ron, thank you. There he is, Ronnie, the limo driver. He says no marriage for him.
Not right now, anyway.
Right. Eric, the actor's on the phone, but it's getting fatiguing. He's like,
What does he want?
I feel bad not picking him up every time, but I can't pick him. Eric, every time I go to the phone, you're there. It's like, and then if I don't pick up, I get all these emails. You don't pick up my phone. And... Eric, you there?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm calling because of the fact that you shut me down last week when I was trying to request something.
Yeah, I know. It's just sometimes it takes so long, you know. Like sometimes I have time to talk to you, but sometimes I don't. And you don't seem to get that I'm doing a show and I have a pace to the show. And I don't know. It's just difficult
It would
with you.
take a fucking retard not to realize that you're doing a show. I realize you're doing the show, jackass.
No, you don't, because then you write letters that I you know, if I keep you on for 5 minutes, you're like, I only got 5 minutes and I had many things to say. You don't get that I do a show. So then you are a jackass.
No, I get it.
We sound
Then
like
why are you upset if you get it?
Because I get constantly asked by people on Twitter and on Facebook, have you called in today? People want to hear me on regardless if you think they do or not.
Yeah, but Twitter and Facebook, I don't care what people say on there. They're just your
They're your fans, you idiot.
Yeah, but I don't do the show by the 5 people who like you. Why am I explaining myself to him? How would he ever understand? When he gets a show to do, he does the world's worst show. Anyway, what can I do for you, Eric?
This weekend, this upcoming weekend, your guest for tomorrow is going to be a part of the TNA pay-per-view in Phoenix, Arizona.
Right.
I would like to be there at that pay-per-view, and I would like to have had Howard TV cover it, me being there. And I would have liked to have interviewed the wrestlers and the female and male wrestlers.
I've explained to Eric, I've explained to you before. Some things we cover you doing, and some we don't. Like when we got you that TV show that you acted in, we covered that. One of your worst appearances, it's usually when you're interviewing people. You don't ask controversial questions. You don't
even ask interesting questions.
Yeah, you don't. When we write outrageous questions about people's sex lives and stuff, you won't ask them. It's boring, and we can't use the material, and it's too much for our budget to go out and cover you if it's going to be that bad. That I've explained that. You're not willing to ask questions that are interesting. It's basically an opportunity for you to hang out with wrestlers that you enjoy.
Right, you get to meet people you admire.
Well,
That's not very entertaining for us.
Yeah, and you sit there and go, I love you.
And then you give them a list of all the movies you've seen them in.
Right. I mean, how many times have I explained this?
Can I make another point, too?
Yeah.
Like, you want to be our correspondent, right? So a correspondent, we send to things that we think they should go to. You don't want to go to anything we want to send you to, but only the things you want to go to.
That's a good point. We need a guy who's going to get in there and ask, funny questions.
You really,
and we're willing to write you the questions, but you're not willing to say them.
He's sort of using the show as like a travel agency vacation thing.
Right.
Like he really wants to go to this, so he'll say, well, I'll ask questions.
Can you imagine if we really did want to cover this event? Like, the hell he'd put us through?
Here's the thing. If you guys are thinking, oh, we don't want to pay for plane tickets, I can handle that because one of your fans that I met at the Ronnie Block party shows she's a female flight, and it was Southwest and could get buddy passes for.
Yeah, but Eric, you're not understanding. For us to take part of our budget for Howard TV, like I would have to like I could probably produce another cartoon or something on Howard TV that people love, but for us to take part of our budget to fly down and cover you, which is basically great for you because then you get to be like a big star there and people pay attention to you and we take care of you. Instead of doing that, I can do 20 other things, and I know it's going to be a bust because when you get around these guys, you're not going to ask one funny question we put you up to. Right,
and also add to the fact that you're taking the writing staff away for an hour or whatever it is. They're going to write questions for him that he's not going to
ask. Yeah, which, our guys who write for the show, we put a lot of effort into this. And then you kind of disappoint us and don't ask any of the questions.
Here's something that you, for some reason, neglect to realize. You realize, or you don't realize, I should say, that you have a lot of fans within TNA and also WWE, plus a lot of the fans that watch these programs.
Yeah, but they don't want to be bored by you.
Right. In other words, if I were gonna cover this event, as you say, for our fans, I would send Wolfie, who's interesting and funny, and ask the questions we give him.
Right, and he'll probably get thrown out, which is even funnier. You're a fan going to a TNA event asking, sycophantic questions.
Trying not to piss off the people you love.
Sycophantic. That's Cinco. I got so let Eric will just stay on the line. I'll get back to him. I got so pissed off yesterday. You do a Google search and you see all the articles on your name, and I'm reading these articles, and this guy wrote this article about how interesting it was that we did this bit. The one where Sal and Richard went out and asked Obama people who were going to vote for Obama, and then asked them the bit I'm talking about.
Who they're voting
where
for.
they, Sal and Richard said, well, is it okay that Sarah Palin is his running mate? They didn't seem to know Obama's positions or who was running with him or anything.
All right, so listen to the opening of this guy's article. I went fucking berserk. And I know this guy, it's called the Amarillo Globe News, Amarillo, Texas. I mean, 5 people read this fucking thing, but yet it still pissed me off like I can't even tell you. Listen to the opening paragraph. How dumb are we? One of my favorite bits on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno is the Jaywalking bit, where he interviews your average schmuck on the street and throws out a few questions. Some of the answers do not instill much faith in the common man or woman. Yacker Howard Stern recently did a takeoff on this bit.
Oh, no.
Which made me wonder, how dumb are we, really? I'll give Leno credit for the inspiration, since Stern is truly the American dream. He's a multimillionaire despite having no discernible talent. So what he's doing, he's not only insulting me about that I stole the jaywalking bit from Jay.
Right.
Now, anyone who's a fan of this show, and this fucknut, Henry, or whatever his name, I don't even know this guy's name from the Amarillo Globe News. Find me this guy's name, this cunt, because I want to fucking have my fans point out to him that jaywalking was a lift from this show. We started it, and I can fucking prove it, asshole. See how I get worked up?
No, you should be worked up because that's exactly
This is what happens in my
what
career.
You don't want to happen. You create something, Jay steals it, and then he gets the credit for it.
And not only does he get the credit, I get knocked as being a no talent.
Right.
But the very bit that you love, shit stain from Amarillo, is the bit I created.
Well, why is he even listening?
And Jay lifted it, and then Jay goes, "I didn't lift it. I got that from Steve Allen."
But I love how people smack at you saying you're untalented, but they listen.
Well, I don't know if he listens or not, but I
Well,
guess
he found how did he get a hold of the Sal and Richard tape?
because every television show, every news television show, every news outlet played our clips because the bit was phenomenal, sensational. But let me just give the
that
history.
apparently is some kind of talent.
Evidently, but let me just give the history of my life. As long as this fucker owes me an apology in print. What a cunt from the Amarillo Globe News. I don't know the guy's name. I'm sorry I'm cursing up a storm, but I get so angry.
Dave Henry.
Dave Henry. Henry, stupid is a stupid does. You're a moron, you shithead. Before you call me a fucking thief for being inspired by Jay Leno, here's the history, and I'll play you the tapes, and I'll make you $1 million bet I fucking invented your favorite bit, jaywalking. Asshole. Calling me a no talent. Your buddy Jay's the no talent. He's a fucking thief, bottom line. That's the article you should have written. We started doing a thing called the homeless game where we'd go out and ask people on the street everyday questions, and then we made a game out of it. And while you're at it, Henry, you can also write about how Smarter Than a Fifth Grader was stolen from us. And if you don't believe that one, watch Howard TV when we did a show called Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And then watch all the production companies after they hear it on the radio, all this stuff we do, and they call, would you like to do a game on TV about this? And I go, no, I don't need you to do it. And then they just go out and do it anyway. And I get ripped off. But never mind that. I mean, this fucking article just sent me over the edge. I just love it when morons who write articles are so fucking smug. Why don't you bother to find out where Jay got the jaywalking from?
Because Jay's on television. Jay must have invented it.
Oh, yeah, because he gets to see Jay doing it. And by the way, Jay didn't even know he ripped it off. His fucking writers do, because they're all fans of the show. And I don't blame them. If I was bankrupt from ideas, I'd do the same thing. I'd listen to this show and pick and choose what I like and then stick it on the Tonight Show. What a cunt. Fucking Henry from the Amarillo News. Why don't you call in so I can explain life to you, asshole? And since guess what? Here's another thing you can write. This no talent ain't taking any pay cuts. Like fucking asshole Jay Leno. What a fucking pussy he is. That's some talent. He's got the #1 talk show. He's so fucking scary talented, he's taking pay cuts. When you're that talented, you don't need to take a pay cut. Nobody's cutting my pay. I'd leave. Because you know what? I'm actually talented. Jay's so worthless and bankrupt from ideas that he would be willing to do that show for free because he puts no effort into it. Unlike me, what do you think I did all weekend? I worked on my show. I'm a shithead. Jay Leno.
Yeah, you should really school this guy.
Where am I going to get a hold of him?
How many different networks when you leave because you're so untalented?
Yeah. Well, this guy in Amarillo, he's doing real well in his career. He's writing for the Amarillo newspaper.
Yeah, when he leaves, the paper will go on.
Yeah.
It'll be like, they never missed him.
Yeah, ask NBC Radio what happened when I left. Look what happened at Viacom and their great radio division when I left. Right, Eric?
Yes.
Yes. I give up. Look who I'm talking to, Eric. He doesn't care. He just wants us to go with those wrestlers.
I know. Did you watch the Hulk Hogan sex tape?
No, I do not.
What?
He's lying. You know what? I heard Eric mumble under his breath. He went, well, now I can officially cross off seeing Hulk Hogan's penis on my bucket list.
Not at all.
That's not true?
Nope.
No. Who knew Bubba was so generous? I thought he was kidding when he said you could fuck my wife.
Really? No, I thought he meant it.
Most guys want to lend you a vacuum cleaner, some tools, whatever.
Don't even.
This guy, he's...
They don't even want to share their tools.
Well, let's just say we don't know exactly who is in the tape. We don't know if Bubba was involved or not. We, all the legal stuff. I wish Bubba could come on and talk about it, but he has declined because of his divorce agreement.
No wonder they had to have that divorce agreement. They were stuff to talk about.
Eric, if you ever do see the tape, you're going to be very upset with the quality. Evidently, if it is Bubba shooting this stuff, he's shooting in black and white. Either he's a film auteur or he's got bad equipment.
Right. Now, one reason why I was hoping you guys would do this is because I'm involved with TNA right now, trying to get money for your favorite charity, the North Shore Animal League.
Yeah, Eric, I just got to be honest with you. You know, for you to go be a correspondent at the TNA event, we just kind of made a determination. We don't think that would be a comedy gold mine. We just kind of feel you go there and you get a lot out of it. You love meeting the actors and you love asking them, wrestling questions because you are respectful to them. But we just don't think we're going to get enough bang for our buck. All right.
Well, just to let you know, that segment that I'm talking about airs tomorrow on TNA's website. TNA Live is what you look for. To see me making predictions on who will win the matches at the pay-per-view.
Can't they just tell you?
I got to be honest with you. What did he say, Robin?
He's going to tell us he's going to make predictions as to who will win the wrestling matches.
Oh. Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. Robin's right. They can tell you that in advance. You don't even have to make predictions.
The person that I made the predictions against is their announcer, and he doesn't know who's winning.
But the winner's already been determined.
It's predetermined.
But only the writers themselves know, no one else.
I just feel Eric isn't... all right, I got to go, Eric. I don't think Eric's professional enough to handle this job on Howard TV, based on some of the other shows he's done. This is his Eric. Eric.
I want a clear shot to prove to you that I can be as an effective as an interviewer as anyone on Access Hollywood.
All right, I'm going to play some tape of... Eric, I'm going to play some tape of one of your past shows. This is your American Idol show. And let's see if we think you really are professional enough.
Well, okay, there's
Let's listen. Let's listen.
You are now tuning Thursday, February 1st. They're in Denver auditioning people. And
it's a good show, but not our thing.
Guy says he gets.
I was going to say this is one of his better shows.
Jack Black a lot.
You like this show?
The thing when I did that show and I did the little interview of the friend, I was reading the questions. That's what you want me to do, is read the questions.
Yeah, but you pick the questions you're comfortable with.
And you notice how slow I was at doing that. I'm better at doing questions off the cuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and
your questions are terrible.
Your questions are terrible, and you just suck everyone's balls.
But they come out a lot quicker.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter. It's less entertaining.
Hey, by the way, did you read Deanna DeGarmo, your girlfriend, married Ace Young? They both appeared on American Idol, and he proposed.
They're married already.
Yeah.
They didn't even give Eric a chance.
Oh, they set a wedding date.
Oh, they set a wedding date.
Yeah,
Eric
sorry.
still could get in there and
Hello.
make his plea.
What do you make of that, Eric? Were you disappointed?
That's good for her.
Yeah. I know you had quite the crush on her. You used to call her home quite a bit. Almost, dare we say, bordering on stalking.
No.
Wait, Eric, didn't you call her mother?
Yes, but that was to try to get her as a guest for this show that I did.
Then if it was just a guess thing, why did she block you on Twitter, Diana DeGarmo?
Because of all the fakes they were fucking with her, and she confused mine for the fakes. Duh.
Right. That is true. All right, Eric, I got to go. The answer is no. We are not going to cover your wrestling event.
Yeah, you're showing all or playing all the bad examples when there's two good examples, one of which Johnny knows of, and then the other
All right.
is
Well, I'm sorry.
Shuey
Yeah, I was
has
going to say, what are the good examples?
Yeah, when were those?
Shuey on a
All right, Eric, I got to go. I mean, I've already devoted 25 minutes to this.
All right.
All right. Thank you. I'm sorry. We can't send you to everything, with only some things. But I applaud you for being able to handle no in a professional manner. Thank you.
Right.
All right. That's Eric, the actor. I know it's a disappointment for him. Abrams is here. He's the guy who created Lost. He started out. He's done a million TV shows.
Alias, right? And
I love
Alias.
Alias, yeah.
There's the guy. I met him when he was just doing Felicity, when he was a nobody. When nobody wanted to talk to him, I met him. Hey.
Hi, man. Good to see you.
Hey, JJ. How you doing, man?
I got this. I'm sorry.
How you doing, brother?
Good to see you.
Haven't seen you since California. How many years ago?
Hey,
was
JJ,
that?
how you doing, man?
How many years ago?
7 years ago?
7 years ago?
Something crazy.
See, I was still married back then.
But you couldn't have been.
Hey, Rob.
I was.
How are you?
I was married. I was married.
Because I don't remember you ever traveling with the girls when you...
Yeah, no, you
No,
came.
I did. I came with my 2 daughters.
That was fun.
We had a blast. We had a great time.
Remember,
and-
we were in the makeup trailer. I remember just hanging out talking, and I'd never felt, more nervous.
Really?
Oh, my God.
What happened was I was a big fan of Felicity, and that was a show that you wrote and directed, I guess.
I directed episodes, but I
Right.
wrote the pilot. Yeah.
And I was struck by how young you were. Like I didn't know. Like I figure everyone in Hollywood who's made it is like an old dude,
Right.
but you were like this young kid, you know.
They all look like Norman Lear, you think?
like Norman Lear gets to be
And
successful.
Aaron Spelling.
Fishing
or
hat on?
whatever,
Yeah, it was weird. It was like, so I meet this guy.
Fishing hat.
I meet JJ, and he was so damn nice because he said to me, "Hey, do you want your kids to be in Felicity?" And I was with Emily and Deborah, my 2 older daughters, and I said, "I don't know. Let me go ask them." I go, "You guys want to be in Felicity?" They're like, "Yeah."
They were great, and they came on. They sat in the thing. They got made up. We were in the makeup trailer. They
Yeah.
were making them up. They were fantastic.
They had a great time, and I was such a hero to my kids.
Of course.
Oh, please.
At least
Got him
I-
on TV.
Yeah, like I was like, wow, you're in an episode of Felicity because of me, your father.
All right, Dad.
Yeah.
Cool your jets.
And then Betty Thomas picked him up in a car and took him to the set of Charlie's Angels, the first one. So I was like,
Damn.
I was the
They
cool
were having
dad.
a good week.
Yeah, suddenly Felicity wasn't so cool anymore.
Yeah, well, whatever. You know, it was cool. It was just a whole cool Hollywood experience, and JJ made that happen.
Please. It was
How
great
did
to
you?
see it.
How old are you?
39.
You're 39, and when you
You
were
look a lot younger.
Oh, God bless you.
when you were doing
Thank you.
Felicity, how old were you?
Like 32.
And how do you get like? Was that your first big job in television?
In TV, yeah, it was. I had written some movies, and
Did you go to school for this stuff?
no, I went to college. I went to Sarah Lawrence.
Sarah
Sarah
Lawrence.
Lawrence,
which
is
was a
that a
whole-
women's college?
It was.
Good
It was.
move.
It was.
What
Smart.
were you doing there?
I dressed up.
Getting laid.
Because JJ, you have no idea. Like, we'll take JJ. What's her name, JJ?
Sarah Lawrence used to be an all-girls school, and then they started
was.
admitting guys.
Yes, but everyone always says when did they start? It was like 67.
Were you one of the first guys?
It's still very
You were
late.
not one of the first guys to go to Sarah Lawrence.
No, but there's the ratio is still like 73 women to every guy.
When I was coming out of high school, there didn't look like there was much hope for Howard Stern. And my mom took me to a guidance counselor, and they found some school that was an all-women's school, and it was the first year they were going co-ed. And shithead that I am, I didn't sit there and plot the thing out. I should have gone.
yeah.
I mean, getting laid opportunity. I mean, imagine an all-girls school. It would have been like 20 guys
It
and
would have
thousands
been
of
like
women.
camp again for you.
It would have been like that movie where those dudes land on a planet of all women and
Yeah.
Zsa Zsa Gabor leads them.
Right.
I mean, that would have been a very cool scene for a young Howard Stern.
And by the way, I mean, you're basically telling my story because I mean, it was like you go there, and a lot of the guys who were there, not necessarily straight guys.
Right.
So the ratio is it's ridiculous. But the truth is, it was a great school, and
Is that where you met your wife?
no, I actually met her in New York years later. But it was either go to go to film school,
Right.
or go to Sarah Lawrence. So I'm really happy I didn't go to film school.
Yeah, right. You went to Sarah Lawrence. And what was your major?
There's no major at Sarah Lawrence. You literally, there's like no grades and there's no major. It's a very liberal.
Were you the
arts
kind of
club.
guy that used to make films when you were a little kid, like Steven Spielberg's story?
Yeah, look at me.
No, seriously, did
Yes.
you? How would you do that? What would you do? You'd shoot film?
My parents had a little Super 8, like GAF Super 8 camera, a little box camera, and I would make, I'd have my sister stand there, and then I'd stop the film, have her move, and then start, so like she'd disappear when you project it. Like, I would do this like stupid special effects. I'd make little animated movies.
Just
all the same stuff.
Just so people know we're not talking to some asshole about making movies. We're talking about a guy who not only is responsible for Felicity, he's responsible for Alias. You're the director of the new Mission Impossible movie, Mission Impossible 3. We'll talk about that. You also did Lost. You co-created Lost. And I'm trying to think what else. What other shows?
And I'm an asshole. So all those things.
No. But I mean, you've really done some big things. And what else did you do? There was some other show I'm thinking of that you're involved.
Armageddon.
You wrote Armageddon. And what else did you write?
One of 18 writers.
Okay, but still, you run it.
Huge room of writers.
right.
What else? I don't know. I wrote Regarding Henry.
Regarding Henry with
Harrison Ford.
I like that movie a lot. Robin, you don't like that movie. I
That
love
was
that movie.
not one of my favorites.
That's totally okay.
I like that movie. It was very touching.
Actually, it was in the Howard Stern Film Festival. Someone did a version of that with Henry Hill.
Well, that's not Regarding Henry.
That wasn't Regarding Henry.
Really Goodfellas.
Right. So wait a second. So you're at Sarah Lawrence. You go to an all-girls school. You say to your parents, you say to your friends, one day I'm going to be a great filmmaker, or it just doesn't even occur to you at that point?
I always knew I wanted to do it. When I was a little kid, I always knew that was what I was, what I hoped to do. But I remember I was going to college, and I don't know if you ever felt this when you were, younger, like you knew that you were younger. Like you felt like I felt like this is going to go away. Like I was aware how quickly it was going to go by. So I sort of. I kind of tried to enjoy myself when I was there, but I was always writing stuff. I'd always go back into my room and write stuff down. I wrote 9 really horrible screenplays when I was in college.
Now, what do you mean? You would, as a kid, you would sit and fantasize about being a director or a writer?
Well, I always knew I wanted to direct, and I knew that I wasn't going to film school, and I had no desire to. A good friend of mine was going to film school, and it sounded pretty miserable. So
Why did it sound miserable? A guy who wants to be a director, you go to film school and you learn.
Yeah, but what happens is you go there, and what you learn pretty quickly is a lot of the stuff that the technical stuff you can learn pretty quickly. And this is, look, I don't mean to knock all film schools, but the truth is, like, my father gave me great advice before I went to college, which is go learn what to make movies about, not how to make them.
Right.
And the truth is, you can pretty quickly learn the technical stuff you need. In terms of what the content is, I got to go to Paris for my junior year. It was heaven. It was like the greatest
And
time.
Felicity must have come out of that Sarah Lawrence experience.
And Regarding Henry as well. I never would have written your favorite movie, Regarding Henry. You're like, I wish you hadn't gone to Sarah Lawrence.
Maybe you shouldn't have gone.
But your dad was a big television producer, right?
He produced TV movies.
So it's sort of you're around it as a kid, so you start to understand it, and you see that there's a possibility that you could do it.
Yeah, I was when I was 8 years old. My dad used to sell commercial time for CBS, which is a whole other thing we could talk about. And we moved to Los Angeles when I was 5, and so my grandfather came out and visited. And he took me to Universal Studios, which at the time was like a real backstage tour. It wasn't an amusement park. And I remember seeing. Like at the time, like the big attraction was like walking through Lucille Ball's dressing room. Like there was no collapsing bridge or anything. So I was like, this is cool. They showed special effects, like hanging planes upside down on strings and filming it upside down so you wouldn't see the strings on top and all that kind of crap. And I thought, this is the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Right.
About a year later, my father became a co-producer of a TV movie, and he started.
What is the TV movie? Do you remember?
The first one he did. Yeah. He did it was like the Life of James Dean or something.
Did he do any big ones?
He did a bunch of sort of big miniseries type things. But my favorite ones he did were ones you'd never remember. Like one was called Red Alert. Like he did these he did 2 or 3 kind of fringe sci-fi ones. Most of them were like Gold in My Ear, biopic, or
I remember that one.
He's done some.
I do.
He's done some good ones though.
I think they got a man to play Gold in My Ear.
Is that the one with Ingrid Bergman playing her in one of them?
Yeah.
But he's done literally hundreds of these things.
She's still alive?
I don't know.
No, your father.
No, your father.
No, your father.
No, I'm saying I don't know. No, he is. Yeah.
He is. He is still alive. But is he proud? He must be pleased as hell with you, or maybe very jealous.
He's so proud it's embarrassing. I mean, it's the kind of thing where this is the thing. So I work at Disney for years, and I never get to talk to Michael Eisner, and I always think
Michael Eisner was the head of Disney.
Big guy, yeah. And,
Right.
and I think, God, one day, because I'd done Felicity there, I'd done Alias there. This is just before, this is before Lost.
You're making the guy money.
Well, I would like to. How's it going? I'd like to, actually see this guy and say hi, and I'd see him at like the upfronts or like some big event. I'd see him and I'd wave, and he'd wave and he wouldn't.
Right.
So I think,
No acknowledgement that he even knows.
He could give a shit
right,
about you.
Right. So one night I'm sitting there and I'm giving our kids a bath, and I'm in, and I hear the phone ring, and Katie, my wife, she says, hey JJ, it's Michael Eisner on the phone.
Right.
And I'm like, holy shit, it's Michael Eisner. So, of course, I just bolt out of the bathroom, and the kids are like, what the? And I run to the phone, and I get on the phone. I'm like, hello? And he's like, JJ? And it's like, I'm like, yes, sir, Mr. Eisner. And he's like, how's it going? I'm like, it's going well. I think this is finally this, moment of acknowledgement that, I'd worked for them and done a decent job. And he goes, so I ran into your father. He says, I never call you. I should call you.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
My dad literally, at like the market, ran into Eisner's like, you should call my son. So
Meanwhile,
anyway,
you're bathing your kid. Michael Eisner's on the phone. You drop the kid in the tub. The kid drowns.
Yeah,
they
that's
forget
the
all
whole
about the
story.
kid.
it was a bad story.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so my dad's very proud, and he's
Well, think of it this way. You've had vindication. Michael Eisner's now hosting a bad cable television show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's good. He called me to be on that show, Michael Eisner.
I'm sure he would call any. He needs help.
Well, I got a call from Michael Eisner. But I
it.
got a call from Michael Eisner, and I went, wait a second. It says, Michael Eisner's office called you, and he wants to speak to you. And I'm going, this guy must be involved in something big. He wants to speak to me
This
about
is
it.
it.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is
We're
it.
going into business together.
The guy left Disney. It didn't work out. He's going to start his own thing. He
wants to
needs
run
me.
my studio.
Yeah, like he wants to get involved with me in business. I called him up. He goes, would you like to be in my cable show? And I went, I'll get back to you on that.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not doing that.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. Is it bad?
I haven't seen it.
The
I
reviews
saw him
have been terrible.
I saw him interview Martha Stewart, and it was just two people congratulating themselves. Like going, you're type A, right? Yeah, I'm type A.
Yeah, you're type A. I'm type
You're
A,
type
too.
A, I'm type A.
I'm so glad I tuned in.
So move on to your story, because I'm just curious. What was the first big show? Was it Felicity?
In TV, it was Felicity.
And how do you get that? Like, here you are, some guy, you're doing what, TV commercials?
I'd written a few movies.
Okay.
What movies had you written?
I did Regarding Henry, Forever Young. You're going to love these movies.
But you
I can already
sold-
tell you. I know you already.
Young.
You got out of wait a second. You got out of college. You got out of college, and you said
Gary likes Forever Young. Sorry.
you got out of college and you decided to write movies.
Yeah.
And you go home and you start writing. And you put yourself on a schedule and you start writing.
This is what happened. It was Christmas. I'm going to bore the hell out of you. I'm just telling you. So
That's okay. People want to know how to make it in this industry.
All right, well,
we just had the Howard Stern Film Festival, and people are trying to figure this out.
This is what happened.
Okay.
It was Christmas break of my senior year of college, and I was back in Los Angeles, wandering around. Are you guys bored yet?
Yes.
No, go on.
Rob was like,
And now, stop.
so I'm back in LA, and I literally am thinking, what the hell am I going to do? I'm about to graduate college. I have no sense of what the next year is going to look like, and I'm at the mall, like doing like Christmas shopping. I'm thinking, this is a disaster, and I'm going down the escalator, and going up the escalator is this girl who I knew, Jill Mazursky, whose father's Paul Mazursky.
Right.
And I hadn't seen her in a year or so, and I said, hey, hey. And she had an agent, and she had sold some scripts, and she was like doing what I wanted to do.
Right. Did you have an indication that you might be really good at this, that you were brilliant?
Oh, please. You can't.
Seriously,
No.
I mean,
No, I'd written like 9 screenplays in college that were all pretty bad.
Okay.
All of them.
The feedback you got was, hey, this is not good.
I would show some like friends, and they'd be like, yeah. So
how would you know how to write a screenplay, though? Since you didn't go to film school, how do you know how to
honestly,
do it?
if you buy a screenplay, because you can buy them,
Right.
and you read and you see sort of how they're structured. There are books. They're like diet books. There are a million books on how to write.
Right.
There are even more now. I actually like those kind of books because they make me feel like, oh yeah, I can like you're getting like a coach,
So you're saying you did a lot of it by instinct?
Well, a lot of it was instinct, and a lot of it was reading other scripts and seeing what it looks like.
It was self-teaching.
Yeah, but it was like that's not hard.
And there are a million assholes who write scripts all the time, and they're horrible at it. So you never really know.
But anyone who actually can finish a screenplay, you're in like the top 10%. Everyone says I'm going to write a screenplay, and no one finishes it.
It's hard to think stuff through.
It is, but a lot of what it is if you figure out in a general sense, is there a character that you care about, that you connect to, that you just feel that's someone I want to watch, and if you figure out a beginning, middle, and end, not everybody can do it, but it's not remotely as hard as you might think.
I'm jumping ahead here, but with the TV show Lost, Do you really have a game plan? I mean, everyone's
Are you
probably
still involved with that?
Yeah, this year I get far too much credit for what the show is. This season I was off doing this movie. The guy I created the show with, Damon Lindelof, has been running it with Carlton Cuse, another writer. So I haven't been there this year.
But when you created it and you sat down, you said, I want to do a story about some people on an island who get marooned there and this weird shit happening. Did you have a fully realized story, a beginning, middle, and end, or is this just going by the seat of your pants?
What happened on this is Lloyd Braun called me.
Right,
and he said, listen, I have this idea.
Right.
People who survive a plane crash, and I'm thinking, how's that a show?
Right.
All right. And he said, you don't understand, I have 1 week. We have to get this show going. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So I think about it like that day. He's like, call me before the end of the day. So I call him. I'm like, look, I have an idea for what this thing could be. It's going to be too weird for you. And I pitch out sort of what I was thinking. He goes, I love that. Good. He's like, do that. We need an outline by Friday.
Yeah, Lloyd is the guy I keep talking about. He was at
he was
ABC.
running ABC at the time.
He's the guy who signed me to become their Barbara Walters, in essence. I'd never had time to do the show. But this guy used to be my lawyer. He was brilliant. They tapped him to be the head of ABC, put about 5 shows or 6 shows into production. Now ABC's having huge ratings off of all these shows. Desperate Housewives was his, Lost. And they fired the guy before the shows got on, and they got none of the credit.
Well, it happened while we were filming the pilot. So what happens is I meet with this guy. That's a Friday. On a Monday, Damon Lindelof, who I'd never met before, a writer I kept hearing a lot of great things about, he comes in. We hit it off immediately. We start writing this outline with some help from the other
Who hooked you up with this guy, Damon? Lloyd?
No, Damon's someone who I'd heard of. There was a woman, Heather Caden, at ABC, who kept talking about this guy, Damon. He's a genius. And I'm thinking, on a Friday, if on Monday I have to find someone to do this, I wasn't planning on writing it at all.
Right.
So Damon comes in. We hit it off immediately. He has like an old, like a vintage Star Wars shirt. He was just, he was like, it was the same level of geekdom. Like, he came in, I'm like, I love him. I love him. So
My brother.
It's like, he walks in, I hug him.
So you guys sit down in a room and come up with the whole Lost thing off of Lloyd's concept?
Yeah, he and I just hit it off. We had this great, meeting, and we realized we have essentially 4 days to write this
Lost,
outline.
right.
Yeah. So we write this outline with some of the other writers. We turned it on a Friday. That Saturday, Lloyd calls. He says, we're green-lighting the pilot.
Wow.
And he says, you have 11 and a half weeks to finish writing it, cast it, shoot it, cut it, turn it in, and it's a 2-hour pilot.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, what? And I liked it enough, and I thought, okay, I'm going to direct this thing instead of looking for a director. So we started writing scenes that next week for auditions, because we couldn't start from the beginning, because we had to start auditioning people.
You had to find actors.
Yeah. What was great about that was we got to bring people in who kind of inspired some of the characters. So some like, the guy like Jorge Garcia, who we saw in Curb Your Enthusiasm. He comes in. He's the first guy we hired. He plays
big fat guy.
He plays Hurley.
Right.
He came in and he had like an attitude that matched what we wanted, but like he was so specific, we could actually, as we wrote the script, tailor it to fit him a little bit. And the more people came in, the more
and even that hot chick on the show with the dark hair, she had she never had acting experience.
Well, it's funny because she had never done anything, and we saw a ton of people. And meanwhile, we're writing the script. At night, we're casting during the day, and location scouting, and where the hell are we going to shoot it, and who's doing the special effects, and there's all that stuff. And we kept seeing people. There was someone I thought maybe could do it, but I still hadn't seen. It's that thing when we cast Felicity and Alias.
Wait a second, though. Back up for a second. Yeah. So you didn't answer my question.
We have 7 stories happening right now, by the way.
I know, yeah. We've got all kinds of threads out there.
But back up. When you were creating Lost and you sat down with this dude, do you know where this show is going or not?
I was going to get to that, which is that we just figured out this is sort of what we want to start with.
Right.
Once we jump ahead, once we finished the script, once we had our cast, and finding Evangeline was an incredibly sort of last-minute thing, which I can tell you about. But she was terrific, actually. You like her?
I think she's good. Yeah, I think she's great.
Yeah, she ended up being great. But what happened was, we wrote the pilot. Then we had to write basically a Bible, which was like, where does this show go? What are the big movements of the series? And as you write that, what you do is you find that there are things that you think that's going to be great, but episode 3 in, you go, no, we're never doing that. Like, the Bible ends up changing enormously. But what the closer you get, I always think it's sort of like, it's like climbing a mountain in the fog. Like the closer you get to the top, the more you realize, there are paths you're going to take you never could have anticipated.
So you're not sure where this thing's going to end up?
We know where
Do you know what the hatch is? I mean, you have in your head what the hatch is and how it got there?
And all that stuff with the numbers and the computer and that whole thing?
You know what the numbers in the computer mean?
Yeah, there are the big pieces. Yes, there are the big pieces that we know we want to get to those haven't changed, but like along the way, there are so many different things, so that there will be probably, because you don't know how long the show's going to last.
Right.
Like, they don't say to you, okay, we want it to last 3 seasons. We're like, great. They'll want it to go on for 50 seasons.
So in other words,
Exactly.
you knew from almost the beginning whether or not, for example, this thing is a dream or not, or if this is heaven or hell or
right.
not.
And one of the great things that Damon said at the very beginning, and this was to me the key, he said there should not be one answer to this show. It shouldn't be like a Sixth Sense, like, oh, and they're dead, and that's why everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it has to be like, there has to be more than one thing going on, so it's not like a Who Killed Laura Palmer.
Yeah, but,
where,
there has to be but there has to be a reality to this show. In other words, there's somewhere in the back of your mind, this is why weird things can happen there. This is why this guy can suddenly walk.
If you do a thing where what you're doing is telling a story and just making it up as you go along, you're dead. It's not going to, you know what I mean? It doesn't.
Who have you told the answers to? Like, in other words, have you told your wife what Lost is really going to be, what the end result will be?
I don't think she cares, but
she doesn't watch the show.
Katie's like, listen, no, Katie, she
doesn't care.
She actually, when I tell her ideas, she always invariably has a better idea. Like, I'll tell her, and I'm thinking, this is the greatest idea, and I'll tell her, and she'll be like, and I'll think it's going to impress her, and she'll be like, why don't you just do this? And I'm like. And I just know it resonates. I'm like, that's a better idea.
So who have you told? Does Lloyd Braun know the ending of Lost? In other words, does he know what this island really is?
What is really happening? Yeah.
I don't think once he, went away. It was funny. We had him.
Lloyd's trying to figure out what's happening at Yahoo. Is what you're saying? Yeah.
He's got another island he's on.
Yeah. What is? Wait,
listen. When he was he left ABC, and so we thought, look, it was his inspiration.
Right.
So we had him come and do the thing at the beginning where it says previously on Lost.
Right. That's Lloyd.
Yeah, and we pitched his voice down a little bit so it didn't sound, And then it came out in some article that like it was like a slam against Bob Iger, where all it was like a little gift to him to say, look,
he's part of it, but they took that away.
But we have meetings all the time with with ABC, with Steve McPherson, who's there now, and so they know a lot of the big pictures. Like the end of this season is mind blowing.
If a kid was dying of cancer, and his last wish, he says, I'm going to live for 3 weeks. I want to know what the end of Lost is.
Right.
Would you tell him?
We, in that case, of course, we would tell him. But
you would.
Well,
you would risk.
Wait, no.
Who here wants to be the dying kid?
If we could trust him.
Right. Because you would put him through multiple
screenings. Just
screenings.
he's dying doesn't mean you can trust him. But here's the thing. Let's say he's dying and you can trust him. The thing is, I probably wouldn't want to do it because invariably, as things go on, like it's always going to sort of adjust a little bit here and there.
How many people know the end of Lost?
And then I'm the guy who lied to the kid who's dying of cancer.
No. How many people know the end of Lost right now? Would you say there's 4 people on the planet that understand it?
I would say in terms of like all the information that there is, there's probably 4 people.
When you hire a new writer, don't you have to sit and tell them the game plan?
What you do is you tell them, as far as the big picture stuff.
So even the writers don't necessarily know.
They have to know what the island is if they're going to write for it.
Yeah, but how many writers are on the show now?
How many?
Not a lot of writers right now.
Because you want to keep this thing so hush-hush.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep it low-key. I mean, look, if it's the kind of thing where, everyone knows everything, then it's suddenly, how it is, then all of a sudden it's everywhere.
When you were at Sarah Lawrence College, did you get laid a lot? So honestly.
I have to say probably about 400% more than had I gone to USC.
Right, so you did get laid a lot. But when you...
And by the way, that could be once.
You got married young, right?
I got married when I was 30.
So before your big success, or no? You were in the middle of your success.
I done some movies, but I hadn't done Felicity yet.
Are you sorry? I mean, you appear to be in love with Kerry Russell. I mean, to the point where it's obvious. Yes,
because I work with her.
Well, you put her in Mission Impossible. You put her in
yeah.
Felicity. You obviously have a crush on her, and you're not talking about it. Did you try to get in her pants?
I don't think not one time. I'll tell you something. Kerry Russell is. She's like an angel. Like she's gorgeous. She's
right.
I don't know how you meet her and see her.
Would you like to bang her? Are you sexually attracted to Kerry Russell? Be honest.
I think she's beautiful.
All right. Would you like to make love to her?
Unbelievable. Is Kerry here?
No. I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Would you like to make love to Kerry Russell?
I'm happily married to my wife.
You've never beat off to Kerry Russell.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
No, it's not. It's an outrage that you won't answer.
That wasn't no.
Did you or did you not ever beat off to Kerry Russell's image in your head?
No, this is unbelievable.
No, it's not unbelievable.
I work with her. It's like. Do you ever beat off to Robin?
Not to Robin.
I have. Absolutely.
Maybe twice.
Stop it.
I totally have.
You see what I'm saying?
In 21 years, yes, I beat off to Robin.
You never beat off to someone you work with?
This is a fantasy girl.
When I did my movie Private Parts, I don't think there was a woman on the set I didn't beat off to.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Now I'm
but isn't it awkward though? You do that, then you go the next day and you're like, "Hi, how are you?"
You beat off. No one knows what you're doing. You're such a free thinker. I can't believe you wouldn't beat off to what? You never beat off to Evangelina Lilly?
No, here's
Evangelina.
Whatever her name is.
I think part of what it is when you actually, and maybe this is different.
Are you being honest?
Yeah, when you work with someone.
That's more reason they become more attractive to you.
Really?
Every director falls in love with his leading lady.
Apparently we're not professionals, Harry.
No, I'm telling you.
Oh, come on. This is.
No, be honest
That
with me.
is what we hear.
What my point is you're having tremendous success. You're the director of the new Mission Impossible 3. You've got Lost. You've got Alias. Jennifer Garner. You never beat off to her?
Listen, no. Look,
JJ.
Have you met my wife?
I never met your wife.
Well, you should.
You're telling me, as good looking as your wife is, you don't think about other women occasionally?
Of course, you think about other women, but I'm not going to make a.
Make a what?
I'm not going to,
What?
I don't know. I just say this is like.
What?
What? This ain't the Michael Eisner show.
The thing about Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Are you embarrassed by me asking you this?
I was much more comfortable talking about Lloyd Braun.
Let me ask you something.
Did you ever beat off to Lloyd Braun?
Well,
let's ask you something. You do still masturbate, don't you?
Well, Robin, you and I have discussed this before.
So you must have someone in your mind.
Look, all I know is this. I have not worked with you. Let's put it that way.
Right. So you're saying can you beat off to non-principal characters? In other words, let's say there's a guest star for 3 episodes.
If you're an extra.
Right.
And
I'm saying you are surrounded by incredible-looking women. Hollywood is an aphrodisiac in itself. I mean, the fact is, when you work on these movies, you see some of the best-looking people in the world.
And you have to cast them. So they have to do something for you in order for you to say, I want that girl in the show.
Yeah.
That is true. But on the other hand, it's like when you get to know them and you work with them, I know that it goes against what you believe, but it's sort of like... It's a little like working at an ice cream shop. You go, hey, and then you get home, you're like, you want anything else other than that stuff that you work with all day.
So you're saying you don't get tempted throughout I know you love your wife, but you don't get tempted throughout the day, the casting, the Jennifer Garners, the Evangelina Lilies, or whatever her name is.
Evangeline. The thing is... It is the greatest job ever to get to, in addition to telling stories and getting to direct, having actors come in, men and women both, and working with them. Clearly, when a good-looking woman comes in, it is a better job than most anything else.
Are you not one of the most powerful guys in Hollywood right now? I mean, you've got a couple of hit television shows. You're doing a Norman Lear here.
And you're directing MI3.
I don't.
Howard, can I ask some Lost questions? Because a lot of guys out there, we have a lot of Lost.
We have a lot of questions. We need an hour and a half with JJ.
Yeah, he's got to stay here the rest of the day.
2 Lost questions.
Go ahead. Because there's a lot of people.
Okay.
One Lost question.
Everybody here is big fans of the show, so everybody came to me with the same thing, which is, are you irritated or happy about the frequency that ABC repeats the show? That the show just seems to get repeated a lot. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's the worst thing in the world. It's for the show. It's horrible.
I hated last week's episode where
it was another one of those catch-up
a compilation.
What I'm talking about, sometimes they'll show it twice in a week. Do you know what I mean?
Why are they doing
now
that?
What they do is they show episodes with different commercials, and they go, brand new.
Right.
What are they doing, JJ?
Look, here's the thing. Every show...
How many episodes do you have?
We do 6 over 3 years. No, come on. We do,
Write some episodes.
We do 20, 24.
Are you spread too thin?
20,
is that what you're saying?
24.
In other words, how can you pay attention to Lost? How can you pay attention to Alias? How can you pay attention to Mission Impossible 3? Are you spreading yourself too thin, JJ Abrams?
No.
No.
And the reason why is when I left Lost, Damon Lindelof and Carlton,
took over.
They took over. When I left Alias, which was in its 5th season,
right.
Jeff Pinkner, producer, had been there from the beginning. He took over. So I had the luxury of being able to walk away from those shows on a day-to-day basis because those guys were...
When a Jennifer Garner walks into you and says, I'm pregnant, do you want to just take a gun and shoot yourself? I mean, here she's the hot chick on the show. The reason she's hired is to be the hot chick. And now you're shooting her behind a desk, but you're hiding her blimpy-ass belly.
They just hired another hot chick.
Not only that,
her blimpy-ass belly.
Yeah.
They just hired another hot chick.
Well, here's the thing. It's not, on the one hand, it's not an ideal scenario. On the other hand, she's someone I've been working with for years. It was sort of an inevitability, and I wasn't shocked. It was
right.
The dumbest
Affleck
thing.
Hang out on the set a lot?
Yeah, he was there sometimes.
Is that distracting?
No.
Was it great?
Here's the thing.
Is it great to have these people kissing your ass?
No one kisses my ass.
No, but was it great that she had an affair with her love interest on the show, and then dumped him, and then Affleck's on the set?
I got to tell you, it was.
Oh wow!
For about like a month, you'd walk in and say, you'd be like.
It's weird, right?
But here's the thing. What's amazing is everyone kind of just got on with it. Like everyone it ended up being fine, and sort of one of those things everyone goes through. But I was so stupid when she got pregnant. I went to some screening, and there was, reporters outside, and they were like, "Hey, so JJ, do you think her pregnancy is going to affect the show? Is it going to be a problem? What are you going to do?"
Of course it is.
And I was like, "No, it's going to be fine." Next morning, I got a call from her publicist. Jennifer had not confirmed that she was pregnant yet. And I was like, I fell for it like an idiot. So I ended up being the moron who made it public. I'm such a moron.
Are you the type of guy that comes up with these ideas for the show, and then you start doing the show, and then it gets boring to you, and then you have to move on to the next thing? You've got so many fires going at once.
I mean, I do have sort of a short, attention span, but I can at least finish that sentence. I'm not that bored.
Go ahead.
Attention span?
Yes.
Is that the word?
So what are you looking for?
But the fact is, I don't know. It's like, don't you have that feeling like you have an idea for something, and then you go, yeah, I'm sort of doing that. There's this, but the truth is, I've been lucky, and the actors and the crew, the people I've been working with, I think, like Alias this year, I think they've been doing some of the best episodes, which proves they don't need me.
You never beat off to Kerry once. Is that what you're saying?
What is your obsession?
Yes.
One more last question, then I want to
go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. So I love the show. Love the show Lost, and I know they're on an island, and I know that they're hungry, and I know everything. But
they're not hungry anymore. They found bunches of food.
But seriously, there's one thing that I did have a problem with, and I'm not joking around when I say this. Are we really to believe that hot blonde is interested in the big fat guy?
Don't you get that could be his version of heaven? Don't you see that with his numbers?
He's in a mental institution in a coma.
Yes.
You did?
What did you say, JJ?
And you
JJ,
still asked that question?
Wait, what did you say? I didn't hear your question.
That if he'd seen the last episode with Hurley.
Right.
The one where...
Right. It could be, and so you were talking about Tom Cruise.
What do you think is going on? I think he has a very large penis, and she's attracted to him.
Well, wait a second.
That's
Now,
the secret of the island.
who's dating on the show for real? Isn't the elf dating?
The elf is dating
Evangeline Lilly.
Seriously, I just discussed how I revealed stuff about Jennifer. I'm never talking about people again.
Aren't sets crazy? I mean, I remember when you were on Felicity.
About Kerry Russell again?
No, I remember on Felicity. Kerry Russell was dating Scott Speedman,
That's right.
and that was a whole big romance. And then they broke up, so you got to deal with that.
Here's the thing:
you get Jennifer Garner on Alias. She starts going out with her co-star, and then they break up. It's all this drama, and you got to sit there and walk around on fucking glass like you.
Well, the thing is that like Katie, my wife, always says that she laughs because I never want to talk about anyone. I never want to talk about. I hate gossiping. I can't. So that she'll ask, how's so and so, and I'll say I don't know. She's like, what do you mean you don't know? You see him all the time. And I feel like it's the thing that's kept me friends with all these people.
So you would annoy me.
But I can't do it.
I love the gossip.
But how can he love this show and hate gossip? That's all we do is gossip on this show.
You know who's like that? Ross Zapin. Ross Zapin will not gossip.
I know.
It drives me crazy. Yeah, it drives me nuts.
Wow.
I just feel like like someone will say what's happening, and I'll say I swear to God, I'll say please don't tell me. It drives me crazy.
On the set, people change, and bathing suits slip off. Have you seen any of the starlets naked? Kerry Russell, ever seen her naked?
No.
Have you ever seen Jennifer Garner naked?
No.
Have you ever seen Evangeline Lilly naked?
No. I've seen all of these people wearing,
almost nothing
on the show, but never.
Have you been with Lost since they hired that girl and who keeps getting DWI?
Michelle Rodriguez. Well, Michelle Rodriguez and Hurley's girlfriend both got DUI on the same day.
Right.
So the tabloids this week say that you're writing them out. You're writing them both out of the show.
No, he's not writing them out.
No.
The tabloids say he's not writing out Michelle Rodriguez. She got a DUI, but you're keeping her in, right?
Yes.
What do you think of that? She on a self-destructive path?
She's a...
What's the matter with her?
She's got an amazing personality. Like when we first met with her, she's got such a sort of confidence. It's kind of amazing. But
what do you think of the DUI? What's up with her? She mental?
This is classic.
Obviously, that's all a scam. That confidence.
Wait a second. Why is she? Why is she an alcoholic? Is she an alcoholic?
Why is she an alcoholic?
Well, if you have a couple of DWIs, that's usually what they say about you.
But
how long has she been an alcoholic?
I got a question for both those people because they got the DUI on the same day.
Yeah.
Is that something that you hear in the news, or does your phone ring in the middle of the night like, JJ, listen, this shit's going to hit the fan and you got to know?
Usually it's like, the first thing in the morning you get a phone call like, so-and-so got robbed or so-and-so got, and you're like, oh, shit.
JJ, are you a multi-millionaire now? I mean, you've got to be. I mean, you're very successful in television.
Yes. I mean, in your presence, I'm a pauper.
In Mission Impossible 3, Tom Cruise hires you.
Tom Cruise called him and said, let's hang out.
Right. And how weird was that?
It was off the charts. I mean, this is
Scientology come up the first time.
Yeah, immediately.
Did you go to the big special celebrity house?
Yeah, that's where he found me.
That's right.
What are you talking about?
Are you pressured to take courses over the?
I don't believe Tom is a Scientologist. He uses this for publicity.
Exactly. No. What happened was I was filming Lost, the pilot for Lost. I got this phone call from Tom, and I swear to God, when I got this phone call, the strength of his voice, he was like, "Hey man," it was like on the phone. I was like, "Whoa!"
All intense.
Yeah, it was amazing. And I'd met him once before, months earlier, for a meeting with Steven Spielberg about writing War of the Worlds. But
you turned that down.
I couldn't do it because I was doing Lost.
Right.
So I got to do Lost, and my assistant, it turns out, when he left my office, gave him DVDs of Alias.
Is it hard to say no to these projects when Steven Spielberg calls and says, "I want to work with you"?
My heart. Seriously, it was like this. I thought this is my career's over. This is like the dumbest, because Spielberg is like he's my idol. He's for maybe cliche, stupid thing, but he is.
Did Spielberg ask you if you ever beat off to Kerry Russell?
He kept asking me that. I was like,
So Spielberg's your idol, and all of a sudden he offers you an opportunity to work with him, and you have to turn it down. Now, saying no is difficult, isn't it?
It's look. I mean, I want to make everyone happy, right? So saying no to that guy, I was like, this is a disaster. But he was gracious, and look, as if he needs me. So
that's when you know you made it, when you turned down Steven Spielberg. True or false? You're so busy.
No, false. I felt like I was making a huge mistake, but I did what I had to do, and I go off to do Lost, and I'm filming the pilot. Tom calls. He's like, "Hey man," I said, "Hey." He's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "I'm directing a pilot." He's like, "You sound great." I'm like, "I'm feeling happy. What's going on?" He's like, "I watched Alias. I watched every episode." I was like, "What?"
Right.
I didn't think he knew about TV.
Right.
So I said, he's like, "When you get back to LA, let's hang out."
Now, what does hang out mean? What do you do?
Please, the first thing in my mind is what I can't even fathom. I had a meeting with him, but it was so surreal because it was him and Spielberg that literally in the middle of the meeting, I had to say, "Can I just say one thing? This is really weird." I had to make a comment to myself because it was such a
self-deprecating comment.
It wasn't even self-deprecating. It was truly it was overwhelming to have these two icons, my absolute idol, and this the biggest movie star in the world sitting in my office.
When you hang out with Tom Cruise, are those black kids? He has black kids. What does he have? What are his kids?
The black kids.
Unbelievable. Who is more?
Well, with Spielberg and Cruise, you got all kinds.
Spielberg has black kids. Cruise has black kids. Are the black kids around?
There are two kids.
Did you have to play basketball?
Are there a lot of black people?
Whose kids are blacker?
Did you ever beat off?
Whose kids are blacker? That's a good question. Spielberg or Tom Cruise?
I don't know.
You talk ghetto around the house.
You don't know whose kids are blacker?
Yeah, who's more ghetto?
Hey, yo, what's up? What's up, man?
JJ.
Yo, my dad directed Jaws, bitch.
Were you always a JJ?
Yo, my dad was in Jerry Maguire, motherfucker. Fuck you, man.
Hey, yo, you ever beat off to Felicity?
Your dad ain't shit. My dad directed Schindler's motherfucking List. Yeah? My dad was in MI2 and 3, dog.
What is it like with the black kids? Take us into that world. We're fascinated by it. You've actually seen it.
That was unbelievable. What's
my dad is a Theta 7. My dad ain't into that shit.
What is it like? Your daddy's a Theta 7?
Your dad's a Theta 7. Your motherfucking dad's crazy. My dad's a Jew. My dad's one of the chosen motherfuckers. Your dad's into that crazy L. Ron Hubbard bullshit. My father's a chosen motherfucker.
You see, this is why I bought Sirius. Literally. So when I'm driving, I have these moments.
What are you talking about here? Talk about that. Did you meet
amazing.
Spielberg's kids?
I've never.
But you met Cruises.
Yes, of course. They're around all the time.
And they're black children, right?
One of them is.
One of them is.
One of them is, but
did that freak you out, or did you find that to be odd? Or
what are you talking about?
I mean, it was different, right?
Freak me out.
Do they know the ghetto speak, or do they speak like a white person?
Is Tom keeping them close to their culture?
No, here's the thing. No,
Does he take them to a black neighborhood, to Compton?
No.
How do they play the dozens about mothers like, yo, your mom's Nicole Kidman?
No sense of humor, those kids. It must be. Are they in gangs? What are they doing? Yeah, right. What are these kids doing?
Your mother's from down under my ass.
These are two of these kids are.
These kids are very down to earth kids.
Honestly, they're the greatest kids.
Yeah.
I am not kidding. They are wonderful kids.
So you got to know the kids.
Yo, your mother sucked in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
So this is quite a story what you're describing. These black children are confused because they.
What are you talking about?
I mean, it has to be a wild situation for them.
Well, just like Artie said, your mom's Kate
Have you never heard of
Castro,
Come on, it's adoption. They adopted
two of the
these
whitest
kids.
women on earth.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. What is it like to walk around with Tom Cruise who's so white?
That's the Minority Report.
Are you considering adopting black kids?
Yes.
Just
Good move.
Come on.
Good move.
What do you?
So when
These
you
are
meet Tom
fantastic. No,
Cruise,
I just want to say these are great kids. You would love these kids.
I know, of course they are.
Come on.
Of course.
Do you think
We make
Zarustra?
jokes.
Do you think Zarustra, who is Angelina Jolie's child, will be
She sounds
hanging
like
out?
a drug now.
Zarustra. Do you believe Zarustra will be hanging around?
Zarustra.
Zarustra.
Don't speak Zarustra.
Can cause liver damage.
Urethra. So what you're trying to describe?
Yo, the second Lara Croft was bullshit.
Do you think Zarusky will defeat Suri? All right, so.
Oh my God!
Now
That was seriously the greatest.
Do you
run.
do you go to Tom Cruise's house now?
God.
Do you?
Yeah, not since they had the baby, because apparently it's a mob scene.
I bet he has a pool.
You have to go to a workshop before you can see this baby.
Oh no!
Is his house off the charts, Tom Cruise?
It's a very nice house.
Yeah, are you able
Did you
to
see the sonogram? Where's that set up?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see a sonogram, but no, he told me that he got the machine. See, this is like he got one.
Do you think because the new baby is white that
he definitely wanted to
superior?
see it before.
Yeah.
No,
Do you think that baby will be treated more special?
That
and this
baby's
will
gonna
cause a
glow
rift?
in the dark from all that.
I mean, I know you don't like to gossip, but
Yo, Tyrone, get Suri some dinner.
God damn a white baby!
Damn it.
Wow.
Life was great before they had the white baby.
Yeah.
Right. You guys.
So you.
Yo, your father ruined Kubrick's career, man.
You're about to kill Kubrick.
All right, let's go to some phone calls because JJ
God,
has
this is
limited time.
unbelievable.
Mission Impossible 3 in theaters this Friday. Is it as good? I am not a Mission Impossible guy.
The trailer is
I like
very
them.
good, and you've got a great cast.
Is there a lot of pressure on you? Because seriously, this is a big budget film. How much money did it cost to make this film? Be honest and don't lowball it.
I don't know the final thing. It was north of 150. So.
North of 150.
Wow.
That's a lot
the
of
first
money.
two were made by a Wang or a Wu or something like that,
De
right?
Palma and John Woo. Yeah.
Right, and this is big for you. If this film does well, the world
is
is your
it.
oyster. If it tanks, no one's asking you to direct another film. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's a franchise.
Yeah.
Did you consider that it's too much pressure? Did you tell Tom Cruise this is too much for me?
No, honestly, I was never daunted by that stuff because it all kind of happened in stages. Like I got to hire the co-writers I wanted to work with, the crew.
You wrote the script.
Co-wrote it, yeah.
I have confidence now that this might have a real story. My criticism of the first two Mission Impossibles was that there was really no story. It was
That's
all
right.
action.
See, in the first movie, it was sort of like a suspense exercise. The second one was all about action. This movie, and I'm switching into sort of like salesman mode here.
Go ahead, that's okay.
Can you feel that?
I understand it.
But the thing is that I wanted to see what it was like to actually be a person and do the kind of shit this guy does. Like what is it like to be
I was a fan of Mission Impossible, the TV show. There was always an intriguing story.
I know, but there was a team in that thing.
Yes.
And that was fun. There was no team in the first two movies.
Right.
It was like
They
a
killed off
standalone
the team,
I know.
yeah.
You go,
He
a
might as
team.
well have been James Bond.
That's the thing. So this movie, it's like you got a team, and you have Maggie Q. I don't know if you know Maggie. She's incredible.
Do you ever beat off to her?
Jonathan Rhys-Meyers,
Go
who's
ahead.
fantastic, Ving Rhames, and Tom. So you have this team, and they're just. I love that. To me, was a huge part of the show. I love the team.
So is Tom crowing that this is his best Mission Impossible movie out of the three?
I got to say, I think that this movie is.
Let me ask you something. Do you have to show your script to Tom Cruise and get him to approve it? Does he add things? What does he do?
What happened was they were going to do another version of Mission 3. They were like 8 weeks away from shooting, and he said, I got this phone call from my agent. Said, are you aware of the conversation? So I was like, what are you talking about? He said, for you to direct Mission 3. I was like, what? There's another director who's on the movie. So I have a headache now from laughing so hard. So so I said, that's impossible. There's another director. He said, no, he's stepped down. I meet Tom the next night. He'd never mentioned a thing. I'd gotten to know him a little bit. He never mentioned a thing. And he's like, do you want to do it? And he has that that risky business smile. He's like, you want to do it? It was so insane.
But does he criticize the script as you're writing it?
Was what happened.
Because you say to him, hey, listen, asshole, you were eyes wide open. And maybe you don't know everything.
No, this is the thing. The guy, he shows me the script. It's a good script. And I say, you know what? This is not a movie that I should be directing, this version. He said, what do you want to do? I said, well, I'd want to do more of a personal story, one that was funnier, had more, emotion to it, more personal. And he said, well, let's do that version. I'm like,
you haven't seen it yet.
You're 8 weeks away from shooting this version.
Right.
It'll be a year. I'm doing Lost. He's like, let's wait a year. I'm like, what?
Well, that's smart.
So he did it. Well, I thought it was, it was just crazy. So we did, and I wrote the script with these two other writers, Alex Kurtzman and Bob Orsi. We wrote the script, and showing to Tom like the outline, going over stuff. The thing about Tom is, and this is, I know.
All right, here comes the blowjob.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you.
Think about Tom.
This is true.
Let me get on my knees.
That's right.
What is the thing about your father?
My father. This is the thing about my father.
You don't mind if we play the blowjob effect in the background?
go
Go ahead.
for it,
What
go
about the thing about Tom? Go ahead.
Is that, come on. The thing.
Right, the thing about Tom is,
Mr. Cruz has a wonderful sense of story, an amazing ability.
He does?
Yeah, he does.
Howard.
I can't do this.
yeah, go ahead.
He got to go. JJ got to go.
JJ's got to go.
Come on.
I know. That's what they tell me. You got to get your car's waiting. Your plane's going to leave.
His plane. Where are you going? Look at you, a plane.
Toronto, want to come?
He's got a private plane. They can
Yeah,
wait.
they can take off anytime.
No, it's not private.
Whoa, you don't have a private plane with all the shows you got? And you're the director of Mission Impossible 3?
Tom didn't give you a plane?
Is there a back-end deal on this thing? If this film does...
No.
What do you mean? You were paid a flat fee.
This is my first movie. Are you kidding me? I was lucky to be craft services.
So what is the deal? You just got paid a flat fee?
Yeah.
You don't have
No
any
points?
No.
You're lying. Get out of my studio now.
I'm not.
Are you lying?
No.
Points?
By the way, if I did,
Dude, you got
I'd be
Alias,
thrilled. I'd be
Lost.
excited. I'd say, hey, guess
Dude,
what?
you're like the hottest thing in Hollywood. What the fuck are you doing? Who's your agent?
He's my. I love my agent.
If this movie does well, you get no points.
No.
Wow. Can I call your agent an asshole?
Not a good deal.
Come on.
What are you kidding me?
Howard.
What do you think Cruz was going to do? Another shitty Mission Impossible movie? You gave him a great script. You directed the goddamn thing for this guy.
Listen, I got a great deal on this movie, so I'm not complaining.
What's a great deal? Give me some figures.
I'll go over figures later.
Come on, give me an idea.
Figures?
Give me a ballpark. What'd you get? $5 million?
Ladies and gentlemen,
You got more than that.
I don't think so.
Well, how could he get more than that?
Did you get over 5 or under 5? That's all I'm asking. Don't give me exact numbers.
all in.
Yeah.
I don't,
All in.
I'm not comfortable.
All in.
Writer and director.
I'm not comfortable talking about this.
You got to be over 5. If you're not, I'm gonna shock your balls with a.
I'm not putting. No, I've seen that.
So if you were a Scientologist, you probably have points. Bet you those guys got
perhaps
points.
that's true.
Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard
Are you
has
all
points.
in? Are you over 5? Honestly, be honest.
I don't want to talk about
Are you
money.
over 5?
I don't want to talk
Or
about
then
money.
tell me, did you beat off to Kerry Russell?
One of the
Give me one of the answers.
He's got to go
These are
for
the
real.
options. These
Is
are the
there a
options.
yes on either one of those?
No, I can't. No.
There's a no on both. Wow.
No comment.
Ralph, what do you
Come
want? Real
on.
quick. Hold on. I'm going to let you go. What do you want?
Quickly. First of all, they're on Lost. They're all drugged in the lab. This Mission Impossible is going to be great because JJ always starts off strong, and then he ruins it by responding to his critics. Like on Lost, people said not enough happened quick enough. So then, second season, too much happened right off the bat. All of a sudden, they find the lab. They're doing this, they're that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And in Alias,
I love Lost.
You started dumbing it down because people said it was too complicated.
Well, I got to say, the Alias was...
Alias was too complicated for me.
That show was so
Alias was
complicated.
great.
I watched,
Started off great.
You know what? Yeah,
Great.
I watched an old episode recently, and literally I was like, the fuck is going on? Like, literally,
You didn't know what was going on.
I loved it when it was like that.
Good guys pretending they're bad guys. Bad guys didn't know they were bad guys. The good guys knew the bad guy was there. The bad guys, it was very confusing. I gotta say, I love that show.
And then
but it was
last
confusing.
week I tried to watch it, and I tuned it in. I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna start watching Alias again. I tuned it in, and there's Jennifer Gardner running around with that big belly. I turned it right off.
Yeah. Well, she's ridiculous, and she had no right to do that to JJ.
Oh,
It didn't hurt the show at all, her pregnancy.
No, it's not right.
It didn't hurt it at all.
Well, JJ, I had a million things to talk to you about. I had a lot of notes, a lot of things underlined.
Thank you for letting me come on. I begged to come on the show.
You should
I'm a
have
huge
answered
fan.
some questions.
Yeah.
Come on.
You were very shy. Mission Impossible 3 in theaters this Friday.
Thank you.
Kerry Russell's waiting for you in the plane naked. I know that. I don't know what went on there. If whatever happened, hey, I hope it's okay with your wife.
Oh, please.
I wish you tons of luck. You're very nice to me. You're a very talented guy. I enjoy all your shows. I love you too. I really do. And I've been a fan for so long. And this is great to see your success.
Hey, JJ, how'd it go in there, man?
I never wanted that to end. What's more fun than this? Are you kidding me? Seriously? I just don't want to leave.
There's a lot of Kerry Russell masturbation-related questions in there.
Well, I asked for them.
He did?
No, come on.
Was that uncomfortable?
So no, it was hysterical. The whole thing, literally, I at one point I was going to have a coroner. It was so funny.
Yeah, when you were speaking to Tom Cruise's children and Steven Spielberg's children.
That was just me listening to those guys go off. It was really funny.
Yeah, it seemed like you were a big fan of Artie's and...
It was, oh yeah, a huge fan of Artie's.
All right, well, thanks for coming down, Jay.
It's Athena. No, it's Athena. Thank you very much. It was great fun.
Thanks, JJ.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of the film festival, on the phone now is Scott, the winner of the film festival. Hey, Scott.
Hi, how you doing?
I tried to sit and talk to Scott at the film festival, but the after party was so packed like sardines.
Yeah, I hardly saw anybody after the film festival was over.
I was amazed, though, to learn that you told me that the film cost you about $250 to make. Is that right?
Yeah, it barely cost anything. It was all just props, food, and wardrobe.
Where'd you shoot it?
I actually shot in an old funeral home that has been closed down and is about to be renovated. So had that nice 60s look.
How do you get into the funeral home? Did you have a friend?
I worked on a movie in Boston starring Danny Aiello, and we had just shot there at the funeral home recently. And so I kind of got to know the owner of the place and asked if we could use it.
You're in the film business. What do you do for everyone who's listening?
Mostly I'm a production assistant or an assistant director, so not too high up there yet.
No, but you will be.
What a film.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Richard Roper afterwards, and I was also talking to Todd Phillips, who's the director, and he said that guy will definitely be working in the industry. He will direct a film.
Well, that's what Richard said. I expect to be reviewing his feature-length movie someday.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Great job, man. Really cool.
Yeah. And Scott took the prize. It was $15,000 cash. And what were some of the prizes? I know there was supposedly $15,000 in prizes. What did you get?
It was a full Avid editing suite.
Is that a big deal?
Oh, it's a huge deal. Right. Yeah, it's a huge deal, and all the equipment that comes along with it. There's some music scoring. I met with the guys that offered to score my next film, which is part of the prize package.
Right.
And some screenwriting software.
So you were happy with all your prizes?
Oh my God, it's amazing. I mean, the whole experience was just it's priceless. And I mean, the prizes are just bonus, really. I mean, after the experience.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever entered other film festivals?
No, not really. I mean, I've made some films. I've won some smaller awards. Nothing really worth mentioning, but more local to where I'm originally from in Michigan. But
how'd you learn about our film festival?
I heard it on the air. As soon as I heard it on the air, I went right to work. And
as soon as you heard it on the air, how long did it take you to come up with this concept of me, Robin, and Fred being ham radio operators?
It was a little bit of a process. I kept trying to think of ideas, and all the ideas I was coming up with involved having you in the movie or Artie in the movie, and obviously that wasn't possible. So I was trying to think of having versions of you guys, and then are you old, are you young, and the young thing kind of stuck, and then it was just a matter of finding a setting where you would all meet, and are you pen pals, or is there a place that you could be together in person? And the over the airwaves thing just was too perfect and just kind of popped in my head. And
was it very scripted, the movie, or did a lot of it happen ad lib?
No, it was very, very scripted. Every line in there was scripted.
Yeah, did you think those kids were going to ad lib that?
Well, I mean, I thought maybe when I was watching the editing that maybe you had that Howard kid saying a lot of different lines and then just used the ones that worked.
Well, the original script was 8 pages long, and a rule of thumb is 1 page per 1 minute, and so the original cut was 8 minutes long.
Right.
And so I had to cut 3 minutes out of it. So there was a lot more to it, but I had to cut the conversations a lot shorter.
Hey, dude, it was so perfect, and I wouldn't have changed a thing. But did you toy with the idea of maybe having like a young Jackie come in at the end or something like that, or Baba Booey?
I did. I thought that. Well, my original idea, I wanted you in there, Artie, but obviously that time-wise, it didn't fit.
No, Artie wasn't born.
Maybe it would have been funny to have Jackie as like a 21-year-old.
Right. That's funny.
40
years old.
Yeah, coming in and writing a joke for you or something. But not that I would have changed anything. But I was wondering if you toyed with Baba Booey or a Jackie reference.
Yeah, I was trying to get maybe one more character in there, but I just needed to tighten it up, and I knew I was going to have to cut a lot out of it anyway, so I kept it down to the 3 characters.
And what was the direction to the kids? Because everybody remarks at how like us they were.
Well, I know 2 of the kids' parents are actually very big fans. In fact, John, the boy who played Howard, his mother is a huge fan and was trying to get tickets to the film festival before he was even involved. And a little side note also is that John's birthday is the same as Howard's back in the day, so it's kind of destiny there.
Wow, yeah, that's great.
But yeah, so the parents are big fans, and I'm sure that the kids have heard it, just in passing also. And so I think they kind of knew coming into it.
Well, Scott, I got to tell you, what I'm hoping for out of this is that it does provide some opportunities for you. If anybody goes on Howard TV, which is on demand on your cable system, you can see this film. It is a really incredible film. It's called Radio Daze, D-A-Z-E, and I think it's choice or option number 4.
Radio Play.
Play.
Plays.
P-L-A-Y.
Why do you say days?
I thought it was Radio Days.
No, it's Radio Play.
Radio
Play. Oh, okay. I got it wrong. I'm sorry. But I went home and watched it again and showed it to Beth, and she was just really moved by it, too. It was really, really cool.
My mother was blown away by it. She watched it on Howard TV, and I mean, everybody was.
I got to tell you, when it played, and it was in the middle of the pack of films,
right.
Richard Roper turned to me and he said, "That's the winner."
It destroyed. I felt bad for the films that had to follow it, and Ganji assured me they were good enough to follow it, but, look.
I assure you they're good enough.
But he was right, but they weren't just on that level,
Yeah. Scott, didn't you think that farting film deserved to place higher than last place?
Oh, definitely. When that showed first, I was, I was laughing hysterically, and I thought, oh shit, I'm in trouble, But it was definitely, it should have been up there. But the top 3, I think, were deserving, and I really appreciate the spot.
You got a girlfriend, or you married?
I have a girlfriend. Been together for a long time. We've been together for 7 years. So.
Did you bring her to the film festival or no?
I didn't. I brought 2 guys that helped me out a lot on the film, so I thought they deserved to go.
Doug, what do you want to say?
I just want to say I'm going to call Scott today, and we're going to go up to his hometown and meet the kids up close and personal with him.
Where's he from, Doug?
Somewhere in Massachusetts. Salem, Massachusetts, right?
And what are you going to do?
I live in Salem.
What are you going to do? You're going to make that part of the special?
I'll do like a whole documentary about the winner of the film festival.
Wow.
So I think it'll be cool. We'll get some of his raw footage. Yeah.
Oh, you got raw footage? That's good.
I'm going to ask him.
Outtakes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that'd
definitely.
be cool.
Scott, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Yeah, everybody kept asking me. I said you were between 25 and 30. I didn't know exactly how old you were, but man, you got a bright future, brother. You know what you're doing with that camera, and you shot that with like a video camera, right?
Yeah, it was shot on DV. It's a new camera that actually has an HD component, but we didn't use it, so we did not shoot in high def.
Oh, what is DV? I don't understand.
It's just high definition. It's a really clear picture. It's it's the new thing.
What does a camera like that cost? A DV camera?
A DV camera isn't that bad.
You can find them.
Cameras are very, very expensive.
Well, when he says he shot with a DV camera, is that like a video camera like you hold?
Yeah. It's just digital video.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it's a camera that we use in the hallway, and they run anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000.
And then you download that into your computer and you edit that stuff?
Exactly.
Wow, that's pretty good.
How did you get that? It had an atmospheric look. It was like a little darker.
Yeah.
It was really.
I thought it was shot on film.
It was good cinematography. Yeah.
Well, I gotta attribute that to my director of photography, Andy McCarthy, who is just.
He did a good job.
Yeah.
He helped with the lighting and he worked the camera. So
So do you have to split your prize money with those guys?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to pay everyone involved, including the kids, and they all deserve it. So.
All right, real good. Hey, Scott, congrats, and really, by showing it on Howard TV and all the publicity we got around this, a couple of people, including Todd Phillips and Richard Roper, said, "Boy, this guy's going to be directing." So, I think this will get you a lot of exposure. I hope it does, because.
Have you heard anything yet?
I've got some meetings of, shaking a lot of hands, gotten a lot of business cards, but
nice.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a life-changing event, and I just want to thank you, Howard. This is enormous, bigger than expected.
Scott, I hope this inspires you to do more films, and I know the guy from Avid was saying some nice things to you, too, like talking about he wants to help you with all your films. And,
definitely.
He was a good guy.
Maybe all your films should be Howard Stern films.
Yeah, why not stick to this theme? Is there a way, like maybe we could sign Scott to do a film a month?